Peace, everybody. I appreciate you for clicking on and tapping in with me today. My name is Shemaine. Hang out with me really quick because I have a question, and it's something that I've noticed, and I want to make sure I'm not tripping or, I'm a loser or something like that because I've noticed that people today, a lot of people, don't have hobbies. Like, I can't count how many times, like, I'm talking to somebody and it's what you're doing, and it's same old stuff, or what'd you do today? Work, came home. And that's usually like people's um that's their answer. There are a couple that they have other business going on, so their day is a little bit more busier. And it's like, cool, like, all right, I appreciate that. But do you really want to get wrapped up in the lifestyle of just coming home, going to work and coming home? Like, that makes your life appear as if it's bored. And a lot of us will say, like, oh, we're boring, da da da, but really you're not boring. You just haven't tapped into yourself. You just haven't found things that excite you. You haven't found hobbies that you actually may be good in, or hobbies that you may have put off. For example, I haven't hula hooping used to be my thing. I used to love to hula hoop. So I'm trying to get abs right now, and I'm challenging myself to hula hoop as much as I can, to see how I look within 30 days. But yeah, I bought a hula hoop. So it's like I'm tapping into something that makes me happy, and at the same time, I'm looking to get something out of the deal. But that's just one hobby that I have. I'm about to buy rollerblades too, and my daughter and I, we're going to start rollerblading in this park that I just found. Actually, I didn't find it. Let me not take credit for that. I didn't find it. Their dad found it. But it was a cool park. And they had a really nice trail. And I asked her, I was like, hey, do you want to go rollerblade through the city and through this park? And she was like, and be cool? Yeah. So yeah, that's another thing that I'm about to pick up. Aside from, I do a little bit of gardening, not a lot, just a little bit. And these are things that I will come home and do. It's not, no, I'm coming home and I'm jumping right into my chores for the evening, because as a mother, there's things to do in the evening when you get home. Not saying that that's not something that I don't do, but I try not to make that my all the time thing. Like, I push myself to go to the gym 5 days out of the week. And there's people that don't even do that. Like, they would know that they need to go to the gym. And I'm talking to somebody out here. They know that they need to go to the gym, but they keep saying, oh, I need to get in the gym. I need to get in the gym. But they're coming home after work and doing the same thing. Like, you're making your life appear boring. And that's because you're not finding things that excite you. You're not finding things that get yourself moving. You're not being mentally strong enough to say, okay, I need to do something else today. I can't. You need to break that cycle. We need to disrupt that cycle. Like, it's so insane. And this was like one of the things that like made me realize, like, what the hell am I doing in my life? I can talk to one of my girlfriends and, ask like, oh, how's life been, or something like that. And it's the same thing. It's not no, I did a 5K. It's not I tried hiking. I tried pole dancing classes. It's never anything like that. It's always, the same shit. And you got to think to yourself, like, if this is the life that you're living right now, and this is a habit that you have developed over the years, and you've been doing the same habit for the prior years, how long are you going to keep doing that? How long are you going to keep this habit going? Because essentially you're deteriorating yourself. That's what's going on. You're deteriorating yourself because you're not giving yourself anything to do. You're programming yourself to fall back into that old familiar system. And I think, me personally, I think that can lead to mental health breakdowns. Now, I wouldn't say mental illnesses, but like a mental health breakdown. People, I don't like it when people say I'm boring. No, you're not boring. You just haven't tried things. You just haven't pushed yourself to like do anything outside of your norm. You're not boring. You're just not motivated. And I encourage each and every one of you to do something, like get a hobby. Like legit get a hobby and stop looking for outside resources to entertain you, because that's what a lot of us do. A lot of people do. And it's just an easy way to get away from yourself. It's an easy way to steer clear of knowing yourself. And I'm just talking to the people that really don't have a life. Like don't have no business, don't have really have anything too much going on, which isn't a bad thing. That keeps you from a lot of trouble or whatever. But at the same time, don't you want to discover you? Don't you want to get back into that old sport that maybe you had set aside? Maybe, you think that you got a little too out of shape for it. Even if you are out of shape, I mean, so like what's preventing you from getting back into it? And you just keep that rhythm going, and before you know it, that's your new habit. That's a healthier habit that you want to be on. But it starts with you. And I can't tell you how many times, like I tell people that the first step, like literally the first step is to just start. Like I don't know how any other way to put it. Like that's the only way. You just got to start it. You just got to start somewhere. Stop talking about it and be about it. And that's something I do myself. Like I get tired of my own self complaining, and that's what pushes me to do things. Like I legit would get tired of hearing myself say the same thing over and over. And it's like, you know what? I'm tired of doing that. I'm just going to do it. Because why not? Why not? I'm not going to learn anything unless I get out there and try it. Now, some things are off limits. I'm not jumping out of a plane or anything crazy like that. But, I wouldn't mind hiking. There is a group here in Tampa. It's like Black People Hike or something like that. I wouldn't mind being a part of that. Just something to try. But a lot of us don't even try because of whatever you think your insecurity that's holding you back. I mean, who cares? This is your life to live. And you want to have something else going on in your life besides like the regular day to day. And I know, like, as moms, really as moms, seriously, like it's easy to lose yourself to get caught up in that life. And I think that's how a lot of moms get drained, get wore out, completely lose themselves, let themselves go. It's because they get so tied up into what's going on at home that mothers forget that, oh, I'm my own individual person too. I'm Charmaine. You're whoever you are. But we adapt the mom and wife, fiance, girlfriend, baby mama, whatever hat. We adopt that as our image. And that is not our image. That is something that is one of our many hats. But at the end of the day, like, who are you? Who are you? What do you like to do for fun? I encourage people to start asking, like when you're talking to people or like meeting somebody new, ask them what they like to do for fun. And like I still talk to people like from back in Virginia. They do the same stuff. Everybody is still doing the same thing. And I'm like, dang. I don't know if like moving to Florida like gave me a burst of energy, but like even back in Virginia, like I did not want to do the same thing. And I found myself getting stuck in that. And even eating out. I'm not a person that really eats out a lot. I would rather cook myself because I know what I'm putting in my food as far as like the junk. At one point I started falling into the habit of eating out, and that's because of the environment and what I was dealing with. And I was like, oh no, like I quickly had to get out of that habit because I seen where it was taking me. And I don't like to gain weight because the way I look at it as, and this is logical to me, it's not logical to other people, But the way I look at it as I have to work hard to lose the weight. And I don't want to work hard to lose the weight. So I rather not gain weight. But there's been 2 times in my life where I put on weight. I got up to 150 pounds and I was like, no, that's not it. So I got in the gym and I started eating right and I dropped all that weight. I stopped drinking alcohol because that was something that was aiding in my weight loss. And I was drinking alcohol because of the job that I was at. And I had to get rid of that job too. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Are you somebody who think that you're boring, that you have a boring life? Or are you meeting people, like when you're having regular conversation, are you coming across people and you're like, so what do you like to do for fun? And they, oh, nothing. I just go to work. Same old, same old. Things like that. Let me know what you think. Have you guys noticed this also? Or am I tripping? Like, I really hope it's me tripping and I just don't have enough exposure, but I don't know. Let me know.